And he been telling me that you've been trying to get the story out, but that motherfuckers just ignoring the fact of what happened and still fucking with this cat.
Yeah, for real. He a whole ass nigga. The nigga, I knew his brother Hen. That's why I even knew about him as some years ago, back over 10, about 14 years ago.
Okay.
He was trying to talk to me for 6 years. I finally get a nigga the time of day. I was getting ready to go to Vegas, me and my cousin. And he wanted, I had started hanging out with him a little bit and stuff. So he jumped on the flight to Vegas and followed me there. We started dealing with each other kind of tough then.
What year was that?
Well, not really. This was 2021 when all the shit happened. I went to Vegas at the end of May.
Okay.
And he followed me. So, we messed around and stuff, whatever. And he just getting deep in, trying to, I was getting the house built from the ground up, all this type of shit. I had got approved for this mortgage. I had a lot of shit going for myself. And he was trying to put some money in with my new house. I told him, no, you moving too fast. He told people I was his fiance. No, I'm not your fiance, but we're trying to see what it's going to be. So long story short, my daughter ended up catching that case at the beginning of June. And, her daddy been in her life since the belly. So when she got put on the news, her and a few other people, I had to go meet him and her grandma and discuss some things about a lawyer because they put on there for that homicide shit. So he knew I had to go meet him, and he was like, all right, like he was a real jealous ass nigga. So I go over there to meet him and his mama, and I leave my phone in my truck. My baby daddy don't like talking around phone. So we talking or whatever, and then when I get back in my truck, this nigga done called me 19 times, 19 face calls that I missed. So I call him back. I'm like, what's going on? He was like, damn, you can't answer the phone. Why you? I say, no, I was talking to them, and I left my phone in the truck. And that nigga like, oh, or you over there fucking on this nigga? I said, listen, we not about to do that. I'm 43. This nigga ain't touched me since 2000. But that's neither here nor there. Our kid is on the news for a homicide, and I'm trying to understand why you worried about if I'm fucking this man or not. So I nutted up, and he apologized and begged me to forgive him. Then he turned right around the next day and say she made her bed, she got a lie in it. I did everything right then.
Damn. That's a whole ass nigga. That's a whole ass nigga.
Yeah, he a real whole ass nigga. So what I did was I said, you know what, Jay O'Neal, that's your last strike. I'm super good with you. And he was like, okay, what that mean? And I hung up. And he kept texting me like, can you meet me so we can talk? I'm sorry, I just been done wrong. I got trust issues, and I ain't respond. I went to that liquor store he be at on the west side over there by 6 Mile and Myers.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded myself taking that go-getter's chain, and I gave it to the nigga who run it, the black nigga. I forget their name. I gave it to him. I said, let your boy know I gave you that chain. And I sent him the video. I said, your chain is sealed and delivered. Don't contact me no more. This nigga text me for hours straight about me being cold-hearted, heartless, don't give a fuck. Oh, is it gonna be niggas waiting on him in the parking lot like my daughter killed that girl? He's talking crazy in the text message.
Right.
I said, I don't know what you talking about. He kept saying, you know what, I'm gonna have to just tell the truth about what I know. I said, well, whatever the fuck you just speculated, whatever you was talking about, I said, I'm assuming you talking about with the Warren Police Department. I screenshot a number, and I said, go ahead and hit him up and tell him whatever you want to tell him. Quit calling my phone and quit texting me, and I blocked him. That was June 10th. I'll never forget this shit. It's like, it's stuck, it's embedded in my head. My son got all the text messages from this nigga. June 10th, I blocked that nigga by like 7-something that night. June 11th, I was going back down to pick up the $5,000 I gave Wright Blake for because her daddy didn't want him as her lawyer, and he said, we're going to wait and see if they issue a warrant. So as I was going to leave out my house to go do that, they apprehended me on the service drive because I stayed in Roseville, 696. They said they getting ready to activate a search warrant in my crib. So after they had a male anonymous caller called in at 11:45 a.m. on June 11th morning and told him the vehicle used in the homicide is parked in her mother's garage. He's the only nigga that was at my house. I don't have people at my crib out of my condo. That was never a thing. He was there when my daughter, brother put her car in my garage where we normally park shit at. And he tried to partake in the conversation. I sent the nigga outside, like, let me talk to my daughter. This nigga told him that the murder weapon was in my fucking house.
Damn.
This nigga told him that he told him I keep a gun in my Durango, a pink one. It wasn't pink, it was purple, to be technical. But yeah, he knew I kept a gun in my Durango because, you know, I was doing me out there in the street. This nigga told him that, and he told him it was some type of heated situation that occurred with my daughter. He don't know exactly what, but once he seen it on the news.
Sometimes when somebody get into a situation like this, and I know that people be reaching out with the paperwork and reaching out with the stories, trying to communicate this, trying to get it out there so people know who they're dealing with. So how hard has it been for you, and who you been trying to get the story to? Who you been trying to get the?
Okay, so, you know, I know a lot of people, all right? And for one of my friends, one of my close friends, he is Street Lord. Street Lord Rook. So I spoke with him. I sent him out some paperwork. And to my understanding, he said he missed Mr. Street Lord Juan. My thing is, I don't know if they're still dealing with the man, but I know a few other people whose names I don't want to mention. I know they quit dealing with him. There's some guys, you know, deep into the streets and whatever the case may be. They quit dealing with him. And I've been trying. I haven't had no luck. A couple other people asked me to put it out there. They just haven't done it. The main people that I try to reach out to, they said they did the basics, but nobody's like really put the big effort into doing it for real.
So you told Street Lord Rook, and you sent Rook the paperwork too?
Street Lord Rook got a copy of some of the discovery with that nigga name in my paperwork. He for sure do.
Okay. We're gonna try to get that about a Rook then.
Huh?
We're gonna try to get that about a Rook. Rook gonna have to. So Rook does have the discovery with J. O'Neal and told on the motherfucker in there.
I got the exact paperwork where it says Jajuan Harrison, because that's his name.
Right.
You know, told the police basically about the gun being in my car, about my daughter clearly was upset about an issue that happened, but he was told to mind his business. He actually conversated with this detective multiple times, because in my discovery, it's a first interview, second interview, and my lawyer also tried to obtain the copy of this anonymous caller that called into the police department, the Warren Police Department, because we asked them. We said, y'all got a Crime Stoppers, thing, because y'all put them all on the news. Do they have a Crime Stopper number? He said, no. He said, well, how did he get in touch with you? This was a motion that was argued back when I was still in the county jail fighting the case.
Right.
He said, well, do you have a recording? You got notes that you took? And then the detective, no. He's like, well, how did he get to you? Because all the calls are reported to the police department. When did you talk to this man? We want to record. We want to hear this. Because they were saying if he didn't give the detail that the detective implicated in the affidavit to get the search warrant. And so with that being said, he kept saying he had nothing, no notes, nothing available to help solidify this alleged anonymous caller, which I know it was him. It's a male anonymous caller. It was him all day.
Right. So,
and like I said, my son,
No, so in your paperwork, the paperwork that you got, it specifically spells out that he was the person who called and dropped that information.
Okay. Now, it says that the interview with the detective, it says that Jajuan Harrison, it says that he told the police that I keep a pink gun in my door in my Durango that I was driving at the time. He told them that my daughter came over and my son took her car that was used in the homicide and put it in the garage. I know he was an anonymous caller, but I'm telling you what's in the discovery. In the discovery, it say Jajuan Harrison told them about the gun. Jajuan Harrison told them that my daughter was clearly upset, and we didn't want him to hear the conversation going on, but he know that my son parked her car in the garage, and then he seen it on the news about the homicide.
Listen.
Now, that's what he's in the discovery text saying to this police officer.
I need that I need that motherfucking discovery. And if Rook gonna surrender that motherfucking discovery, and we're gonna set Detroit on fire. Because for one, not only is this nigga dead ass 100% wrong, but then you got a lot of these niggas out here covering up for these niggas, knowing these niggas wrong. Yeah. Now, we ain't gonna have that shit. We ain't gonna have that. Yeah. We gonna get some understanding around this bitch tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I for sure mailed it to Rook at one of his offices. I did that back when I was in the county. And then he told me a couple of people that he mentioned it to. I know he had some stuff going on, personal-wise family matters that he had to situate. That's my dog, though. That's my friend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And,
So listen, I ain't gonna spank Rook ass, but I ain't gonna, cause Rook, I don't fuck with the street lords. You hear me? And I especially don't fuck with street lord Juan bitch ass, right? But so at the whole time, I don't got no problem with Rook. But Rook gonna have to surrender that motherfucking paperwork. Ain't gonna be no motherfucker hiding around here.
Yeah. Okay, well, I sent him a copy of it back in like 2022 when I was in the county. I've been in the prison since 2023. I've been locked up since 2021. So what I could do also, now it's a freedom of act information. This stuff is available in my daughter's discovery and my discovery as well. If you have any issues obtaining a copy of the discovery, because that should be part of the FOIA Act, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so if somebody could go to the Warren Police Department, you want a copy of her packet, her discovery packet, her last name is Horton Stark.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. I want to make sure I say her name clearly for me.
Okay, her name is Ashinay, and her last name is Horton Starks. It's hyphenated.
Okay, Horton Starks.
Yep.
Horton. Last name Starks.
Go. Horton Starks. It's HORTON hyphen S T as in Tom ARKS.
All right.
Her first name is Ashinay. ASHINAY.
All right, and what the streets know you by, just so we can make sure we can verify who we talking to.
Well, everybody know me by Smiley, but my name is Shakira Starks. Yeah, everybody call me Smiley out there in them streets.
All right, so
And
listen.
that's what that nigga called me as well. But you can get my copy of my paperwork. But I'm gonna dig out what I got here. But at the end of the day, I done got moved around, and I had to send a lot of paperwork home from the county. They wouldn't let me bring it to the prison.
Right.
You know how they do sometimes. They make you send stuff home when you about to run out.
All right,
So with that being said, yeah.
Okay, so listen, I'm gonna give you the flow so you can talk to Detroit about this nigga J. O'Neal, because a lot of times when you locked up like that, you get frustrated because you can't get your message out. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking and let you deliver a message to Detroit about J. O'Neal.
Okay. I have to go now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so basically, J. O'Neal, Jajuan Harrison, he is a hoe-ass, snitch-ass, bitch-ass nigga. Because for the simple fact, I was a single mother with 4 children. And because of his selfish ways, because I cut him off, this nigga went to the police and put me and my daughter under the gun line and sent Warren Police Department to my house and told them I was hiding stuff in my house pertaining to the homicide my daughter was allegedly involved in Warren, Michigan. He for sure did it. He's in my discovery pack. He tells about me having a gun, keeping a gun in my vehicle, being in the game, and he also told him about how my daughter's brother parked her vehicle in my car. In my garage at my condo. He's not to be trusted. If you or him have an issue and he know anything about you, he go fucking put it out there. He's a snitch. He got to be informant with the police, because there's no way that Warren Police Department should have kicked in my door just from an anonymous caller calling that morning. They came and knocked my doors down. So that tells you he got some type of power. And then I heard later on down the line that this nigga did that to other people, little spots and stuff, that their doors kicked in. I heard it from the streets later. I wasn't aware of it, but he ain't to be trusted. That nigga's a wreck. He's a wreck, and he is a dirty-ass, grimy-ass, piece of shit-ass, bitch-ass nigga. He ain't shit. I'm telling you.
All right,
I hate him.
All right, I got you. I appreciate this. I'm finna put this shit on the internet right now.
Okay, you got my permission. Put it out there, and we about to work on getting this paperwork right quick so you can see it in black and white. Now, I got, matter of fact, well, everybody know me by Smiley. But my name is Shakira Starks. Yeah, everybody call me Smiley out there in them streets.
All right, so
And
listen.
that's what that nigga called me as well. But you can get my copy of my paperwork. But I'm going to dig out what I got here. But at the end of the day, I done got moved around. And I had to send a lot of paperwork home from the county. They wouldn't let me bring it to the prison.
Right.
You know how they do sometimes. They make you send stuff home when you about to find out.
All right,
So with that being said, yeah.
okay, so listen, I'm gonna give you the flow so you can talk to Detroit about this nigga J. O'Neal. Because a lot of times when you locked up like that, you get frustrated because you can't get your message out. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking and let you deliver a message to Detroit about J. O'Neal.
Okay. I have to go now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so basically, J. O'Neal, Jajuan Harrison, he is a hoe-ass, snitch-ass, bitch-ass nigga. Because for the simple fact, I was a mother, a single mother with 4 children. And because of his selfish ways, because I cut him off, this nigga went to the police and put me and my daughter under the gun line and sent Warren Police Department to my house and told them I was hiding stuff in my house pertaining to the homicide my daughter was allegedly involved in Warren, Michigan. He for sure did it. He's in my discovery tag. He tells about me having a gun, keeping a gun in my vehicle, being in the game, and he also told him about how my daughter's brother parked her vehicle in my car. In my garage at my condo. He's not to be trusted. If you or him have an issue and he know anything about you, he go fucking put it out there. He's a snitch. He got to be an informant with the police because there's no way that Warren Police Department should have kicked at my door just from an anonymous caller calling that morning. They came and knocked my doors down. So that tells you he got some type of power. And then I heard later on down the line that this nigga did that to other people, little spots and stuff that their doors kicked in. I heard it from the streets later. I wasn't aware of it, but he ain't to be trusted. That nigga's a wreck. He's a wreck, and he is a dirty ass, slimy ass, piece of shit ass, bitch ass nigga. He ain't shit. I'm telling you.
All right,
I hate him.
all right, I got you. I appreciate. When you was in the jail, county jail, fighting the tampering case on your daughter's murder trial, you got a letter from J. O'Neal saying what?
That nigga wrote me a letter and said, ha, ha, ha. He was like, yeah, now who laughing now with your harmless ass since you want to be a harmless ass bitch? He was like, considering you about to do the rest of your life in prison, he was like, yeah. He was just talking crazy, like, yeah, that's what you get. He was like, since you want to slay motherfuckers, shady. I guess because I wouldn't talk to the nigga. I wouldn't talk to him no more. When I cut you off, I cut you off. I've been through a lot of my life. I don't play with no nigga.
Wait a minute. So this nigga ratted on you and your daughter, and then when you was in the county jail,
wrote me a letter.
And this nigga, that nigga is the devil.
Wrote me a fucking letter and said, ha ha, and it was that, ha 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 ha. That's what you get. He was like, with your harmless ass. He was like, nah, since you want to be I can't remember the exact words, but basically he said you about to be doing the rest of your life in prison, whatever the case may be. That's what you get. Who got the last laugh, all that whole ass shit. I called the nigga from the county and went off on him through somebody else saying, I'm like, you need to find something to do with yourself besides writing me. You have 1 minute. Stop remaining. And then I hung up on his ass because, him and the detective real cool. The detective told him that, be careful because I'm telling